Portshift can identify workloads that pose risks to your Kubernetes clusters and applications. For example, workloads that have unnecessary exposure to external sources and the Internet. Attackers can exploit this exposure to compromise workloads and platforms. The popular Kubeflow toolkit includes a dashboard, which can be accessed from a browser through the Istio Ingress Gateway. If this dashboard is configured to allow access from the Internet, as is often done, it could be a potential vulnerability to allow malicious apps a foothold in your cluster. The mitigation for this vulnerability is to block connections to such workloads from unvalidated external sources or quarantine the workload altogether. Portshift can identify and block such attacks. Let's see how. The runtime view shows what is running on your cluster. The new security threat indicator shows you the risks this workload poses to the cluster. This indicates that the workload is exposed to the Internet. This dashboard app is open to the Internet and poses a risk. Let's look at more details for the workload. Here are the risks detected in it. We can access the dashboard from a browser. Here, the runtime monitor has captured the connections to the dashboard. We can block this exposure with a runtime policy rule. The rule will block external connections to the dashboard workload. We'll select external as the source and the dashboard workload as the destination. We'll also set the action to block the connection. We could also have selected the entire cluster or environment as the destination instead of the specific workload to widen the scope of the rule. And we could have set the action to detect but not block the connection if we only want to monitor the attack but not interfere. Let's apply the rule. Back in the browser, we see the dashboard is no longer accessible. Now, back to the runtime view. We see the new rule has blocked an external connection to the workload.